going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BCG video. Before we start today, I have a couple things to go through. I'm doing a run for charity. It's a mental health research and services charity called Black Dog. I came up with the idea to do it with a couple friends because of Melbourne going back into lockdown, and I thought it was a really good cause and kind of fitting time to do this charity. So I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead, show your support, donate if you would like. We really appreciate it. The challenge is basically 2 marathons in 2 days, so and I don't run very much, so definitely going to be a challenge for me. I've been running more than usual, so trying to train up for it. Today we're going to go through the third BCG video. Yeah, so let's get into it. For this task, I decided to use Google Slides. So we're going to create a slide deck. Starting with the very first task, we're just going to create a text box. There we go. And we're going to go through, change the color a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna go through the criteria that basically is explained in task 1. So things that we'll be looking for when people are looking at the different plans. So we have affordability, attractiveness, ability to upgrade, because we're talking about plans, upfront cost. Option to buy the phone at the end. What else? Damage and insurance. And yeah, I think that'll do for now. Just basic things that people would consider when we're choosing between different plans. I think cost is going to be a big one in this, so definitely focus on that. So what data points we would be looking for? I mean, a lot will probably be through surveys for the points below, but so we'll have price comparison. Price sensitivity. For attractiveness, we're going to think about how trendy the product is, percentage of customers using or that prefer handset leasing. Fix that. So a good one to consider would be how frequently people want to upgrade their phones. I think that will be a big one. Upfront costs, obviously sensitivity to higher upfront costs. How many customers prefer to keep their phone. Damage insurance. So this can be perceived importance of insurance to customers, and then how often does a customer basically, how often the damage is of the phone. That could also include faults in my mind, I think. The insurance is kind of hard to get rid of in a plan, it's just always there. So For task 2, we have to start using this document that they gave us here. So we have a nice little comparison of the two prices. So that's basically $95 a month, and then it's 84. Difference in insurance, difference in trade-in, and option to keep phones different. There's an upgrade fee and trade-in available for the other option. And then importantly, we have data from survey, which is great. So we have 10 points. I'm just gonna summarize them for you so you can see kind of the way I thought about them. There we go. Yeah, so it's quick data summary. It just helps me think about it a bit better. So it's basically exactly the same, maybe a little extra points. So from what we read, we can gather that the market segment is basically customers under the age of 30 who are interested, upgrade their phone every 24 months and wish to increase their frequency as well. Actually, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it at 24 months, but we get the idea. So marketing targets. So this is basically different ways that I think is good to add how you can market to this segment. So basically we can say cheaper and frequent phone upgrades. So that plays into that plays into basically what the survey has told us. So people want to stay trendy, so updating your phone, upgrading your phone is important. Low upfront costs are also really important, something that stood out a lot in the surveys. So definitely a marketing point. Let's see. And insurance is just included. There was a lot that said they didn't bother about insurance, but it's hard to just get rid of insurance in a plan. So yeah, for this slide, it's the basically any offering changes that we have. I guess we have 2 points. They don't really matter if you don't really have to alter the offering. I think it's pretty good. But I would say lower the upgrade costs, because that seems to be a factor when people want to upgrade. I would also, just thinking from my point of view, an option to keep the phone, because there was still about 30% of the market that was interested in retaining their phone, so there's an opportunity there. But yeah, obviously after the retail price has been covered. And the next bit just goes into that point as well. Slash return device. So that's a sub point there. And we need a product name. I was thinking about. So it's important to keep upgrade in there because it seems to be a nice selling point. So, and it needs to be cheap. So I came up with the name bargain. upgrades plan. There we go. Nice, decent name. Yeah, so you could probably leave it there, but I also think it's good to add a little comparison with the costs. So yeah, so we're gonna and create a little matrix as well, or just a table. So let's go to Excel. So I prepared this a little earlier. I'm just gonna change the format a little bit. There we go. So we have the yearly amount paid by customer for 12 months, 24 and 36. So we have 12 times 95 plus 100. So we get 1,240. Do the same thing for 24, but then divide it by 2. So then we get a slightly smaller number, and then same thing here, but this time we divide it by 3. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the bargain upgrades plan, which is just basically cheaper per month. But we add the upgrade price depending on how many years. So we're keeping what they told us, 300, 200, 100. And then another good column to add is savings. 1 minus this divided by this. So yeah, so it's interesting to see that this number is actually negative because we're not actually saving anything there. I looked at the answers and this number for 12 months is very strange. So if you guys have figured out why the answers are slightly different for that number, please let me know. I'll be happy to hear out. I'm really unsure. For me, it just doesn't make any sense how that works. Yeah, so you can link in, make sure you link in the table. So it looks something like this. I'm gonna reformat it to make it better when I submit it. But yeah, that's basically it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this helped. I'll try to continue uploading every week to finish off with this little series. I've been swamped with work, which is why I've taken a while. Don't forget to check out that charity. We really do appreciate the help, and it is a good cause. So yeah, any support, sharing it, donations are really appreciated. Thanks, see you later.